Some people hate being alone for even 10 minutes. And then there are people who willingly live alone, peacefully, happily, sometimes even talking to their plants like their roommates. At first, it looks strange. People think, are they lonely? Did they give up on society? Or worse, do they just hate humans? But psychology says something completely different. People who choose to live alone are often not running away from life. They're protecting their peace. See, most people are constantly surrounded by noise. Notifications, drama, expectations, random, good morning messages from relatives you've never met. And after a while, some people realize something important. Silence feels healthier than constant chaos. That's why living alone becomes less about isolation and more about freedom. They can wake up whenever they want, eat cereal at 2 a.m. without being judged, watch the same show 5 times. And most importantly, nobody asks them, why are you still awake? Honestly, that alone sounds luxurious. But here's the deeper psychology behind it. People who enjoy living alone usually become very comfortable with their own thoughts. And that's rare. Most people avoid silence because silence forces you to meet yourself, your fears, your insecurities, your overthinking. That's why some people keep themselves constantly distracted. But people who live alone often learn how to sit with their thoughts without panicking. Instead of needing constant attention, they build something stronger, self-awareness. And interestingly, many of them become emotionally independent. They don't always need validation to feel okay. They're not posting every moment online hoping someone reacts with fire emojis. Sometimes they disappear for days and return perfectly fine like nothing happened. It's not arrogance. It's emotional balance. Psychologists also say that people who choose solitude often become more creative. Think about it. Your brain works differently when it's quiet. No interruptions. No unnecessary conversations. No roommate asking, "Bro, where's my charger?" That mental space allows deeper thinking. That's why many writers, artists, inventors, and thinkers spent large parts of their lives alone. Not because they hated people, but because solitude helped them hear their own mind clearly. And no, living alone doesn't always mean someone is antisocial. That's the biggest misunderstanding. Some of the most social, funny, and confident people still love going back to an empty, peaceful home. Because social energy and personal peace are two different things. It's like charging your phone. Even the best phones die if they stay active all day. Humans are kind of the same. Another interesting thing? People who enjoy solitude often become very observant. When you spend time alone, you start noticing little things. People's behavior, tone changes, fake energy. You realize who calls only when they need something, who genuinely cares, and who sends "I miss you" texts at 1 a.m. out of pure boredom. Living alone sharpens emotional intelligence. But let's be real for a second. Living alone isn't always aesthetic coffee mugs and peaceful sunsets. Sometimes it's hearing a random sound at 2 a.m. and suddenly becoming a part-time ghost hunter. Sometimes you watch a horror movie and then regret every life decision immediately. And yes, sometimes people living alone will pretend not to hear the delivery guy because social interaction feels like a side quest. But despite all that, many still choose this lifestyle again and again. Why? Because once someone experiences real peace, fake comfort becomes exhausting. And here's the most powerful part. People who are comfortable being alone usually enter relationships differently too. They don't stay with people just because they fear loneliness. They choose connections more carefully because they already know how to survive on their own. That changes everything. They stop chasing attention, stop begging for love, stop tolerating toxic behavior just to avoid being alone. And honestly, that's a superpower. Because the moment a person learns how to enjoy their own company, the world loses its ability to emotionally control them. Now obviously, there's a difference between healthy solitude and unhealthy isolation. Choosing peace is healthy. Completely disconnecting from everyone isn't. Humans still need connection, laughter, and support. Even the most independent person sometimes wants someone to send them memes at midnight. But the psychology behind living alone teaches us something important. Being alone and being lonely are not the same thing. Loneliness hurts when you feel emotionally disconnected. But solitude can actually heal you when you use it to grow. So next time you meet someone who enjoys living alone, don't assume they're sad. They might simply be one of the few people who discovered that peace of mind is worth protecting. And honestly, in a world full of noise, That's probably a very intelligent decision.